Welcome to another edition of Biro Sports Talk. As always, you know who it is leading the way, the charge, your host, Biro, as always. And of course, you could always, any sports questions, anything at all, you can always email at birosportstalk@gmail.com. And let's not forget, we're on all sorts of platforms here: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Instagram. But let's focus. Ugh. So, we're here. I actually want to see if I can do something real quick. I'm trying to see. There it is. What's up, Melissa? It does say the wrong game. Obviously, it is not a game. Tonight is just talk or just chatting, as some would say. So I want to see if I can fix that. Because that's kind of a big deal. Pretty good day so far. My day's been pretty busy, is all I can say. Very, very busy. Make sure I did that right. Looks like I did it right. Got it working. That's what matters. All right. Just of course, I want to make sure people know it's sports talk night. It is definitely not gaming night. So where were we? Oh yes, the NCAA tournament is going on. As some would know, it's about all that's been on my mind for the majority of the time. So let's talk about tonight's games. So tonight's games, since it showed me the interestingly wrong thing I wanted to pull up. So, first things first, 7:09, which is like 5 minutes. You got Arkansas, Gonzaga. Both very good teams. I have Gonzaga winning. Arkansas, very talented. Could pull up an upset like any team, but going with Gonzaga with my own rights. Just talent wise, they're there. Experience, they're there. You look at the 7:30 game, you got Michigan Villanova. Michigan could win, but I just see Villanova winning this. I would have had the team that Michigan beat, if I remember right. I don't remember right, though. Because Michigan beat who? Oh, they beat Tennessee. That's the team I would have had them, would have been beaten by. So, Michigan's here. They're bringing it. However, I'm still going Villanova. So far, both the higher seeds, the 1, the 2. What's up, man? Let me. Oh man, I'm gonna have to bring it up here so I don't look down all the time so far. But yeah, stay real. Diaper Head Gaming. What's up, man? Glad to see you stop by. Strictly Bearded. I see ya. What's up? But anyways, the third game tonight. Duke, Texas Tech. A lot of talk that Duke will fail and falter here. I'm just going to be honest, man. As a Duke fan, Yes, that's right. Heard that right. I'm a Duke fan. So, Duke being who they are, I think they'll pull through. They're a resilient team that they can just win when they need to. And I think they will beat Texas Tech. Texas Tech looking terrible in their last game, honestly. Like, Tech, they pulled out the victory for them. That's great. But they look bad doing it. Now, will they play up to Duke? We'll see. And I'm fine, Bearden. I am fine. Thank you for asking. How are you doing tonight, man? And of course, the last game tonight is Houston and Arizona. This one probably very interesting. Arizona, one of those just very, very good teams. And Houston, a very, very good defensive team. Being 31-5 and being a 5 seed might be. And Houston's just a very good defensive team. They've taken care of business this far. But Arizona needing some luck for them. I say that as TCU didn't think would be much of a threat, but watching it, 85-80, that's pretty close for a game that shouldn't have been close. And I do think Houston's defense could cause fits. Watching the new Halo I see. Gotcha. So out of all these, I got Duke, I got Gonzaga, I got Villanova, I got Arizona. Might as well keep it the top seeds, man. Tomorrow, though, is where it gets interesting. You got your underdogs, the St. Peter's versus Purdue. Okay, just sorry about that. Just making sure I'm keeping up with chat as well. As I was saying, the St. Peter's plays Purdue. I think it's an interesting matchup. I do have Purdue moving on, even before St. Peter's made it here, so. Am I rooting for St. Peter's? Of course, man. I love the underdog story. So I'm, of course, going to root for St. Peter's, but also hoping Purdue pulls it out. Providence, Kansas. I have Kansas winning, but that's because I had South Dakota State here, not Providence. Providence taking care of business. Roughly a better record than Kansas. But you look at it, Providence is a very good team. They've lost to Virginia. They've lost to Marquette. And they've lost to Villanova twice and Creighton. Was Kansas the one? Yeah, Kansas is the one that struggled with Creighton. And now they got to face Providence. I do think Kansas will pull it out. Once again, though, going to be rooting for Providence. And then you have the last two for tomorrow night. We all do. Always root for the underdogs, right? And then the late nights for Friday, you got North Carolina versus UCLA. I have UCLA winning anyways. Before North Carolina with the upset, UCLA, I think, will win this as well. And then the one that intrigues me most because I don't have a dog in this fight, as some would say, Iowa State versus Miami. Winner plays the winner of Kansas and Providence. I think it'll be Miami. Miami's just hot right now. Yeah, Iowa State got some victories there as well. Let me double check what theirs were. Yeah, they survived Wisconsin. They survived LSU. When you survive, you end up running into a wall. For Miami, They edged out USC, but then they just blew out one of the tourney favorites in Auburn. Auburn was one of my Final Four teams, I'm pretty sure. But that's okay. Now Miami can beat Iowa State and keep on marching. But that's about it for, college basketball. How it is, how it always is. So let's go ahead and also talk about the other big news in, life in general right now, which is the NFL. So, the NFL, there's been a lot of movement. Nothing bigger. Sorry, I got to look at this one because this one involves my team, but we've seen Deshaun Watson now onto the Browns. We've seen Russell Wilson to the Broncos. We've seen Khalil Mack go to the Chargers. We've seen a lot of talent moving around. Very big, very, very just, interesting in general. So, what did I want to talk about besides that Baker Mayfield needs to find a new team? We will talk about just this trade that happened yesterday that just confuses me still. Tyreek Hill got traded to the Dolphins. It came out of left field. Everyone thought, oh, him and the Chiefs will get a deal done. But alas, here we are from the Cowboys side. Yeah. I mean, we're not honestly that far away from the NFL draft. Because when you think about the NFL draft, it's the end of next month. We're already at the end of this month. Next Thursday will be a month away. And then we'll be talking about all the teams and who they're looking at. But this trade with Tyreek Hill, man, I mean, came out of nowhere, instantly makes the Dolphins better. People are wondering what is going on. Because you look at Hill's gone. After Hill, were Sammy Watkins and Demarcus Robinson, also gone. So now you got Juju Smith-Schuster and McCole Hardman. Okay, that makes sense. The Chiefs also signed Marquez Valdez-Scantling. So, very interesting, nonetheless, to see how the Dolphins will play out. Tua has all the weapons in the world, which makes it hard to really do anything. But what I just saw, which makes me ecstatic. A restricted free agent, Ryan Bates, signed an offer sheet with the Bears. Now, Bates, very, very talented guard. Oh, excuse me. The Bills do have 5 days to match the contract that he signed with the Bears, but man, do I hope we get Bates. Bates is a very decent lineman. He's talented. He's young. And that's what the Bears need. They need young and talented and to help Justin Fields grow as a player. But man, I tell you what, that Tyreek Hill news really, really shocking still. But there are some rule changes. Hey, what's up, Huffman? Yes, having a great night. How are you doing, bud? Glad to see you here. Hope that Taco Bell was good. So let's see. Mandatory these rule changes to the overtime because everyone hated how uh, the Chiefs and Bills ended. Obviously, a lot of people wanted the Bills to win. Chiefs ended up winning. So what's these proposals? There's mandatory possessions. There's 2-point tries, spot and shoes, no sudden death, shootout, no coin toss, and no clock. So let's read what each of these entails. So the mandatory possession, it would guarantee each team a possession in overtime, no matter what happened on the opening possession. If one team has a point advantage after the first two possessions, that team wins. If the score remains tied, play would continue for up to 10 minutes. It's a good proposal. There's another one that also says that if the first team goes for two, they can end it. So intriguing. The mandatory possession, unless a 2-point conversion first scores, is exactly what I just said. It's the same thing. Both teams can have an opening possession. However, if the team who scores first converts a 2-point attempt, it's over. The one I don't like. Which one sounds more fair, to be honest? Is that the both have possession and go from there, or the one where you can go for two? Anyways, spot and choose. The winner of overtime coin toss would have a new decision to make. Instead of choosing whether to kick off or receive, the coin toss winner could make one of two choices. It could decide where the ball would be spotted, choosing whether to play offense or defense. Yep. Spot of the ball with the first one. Gotcha. Yep. And I think the other interesting one was this spot and choose. I just don't see that making sense. Because someone could say, oh, yeah, put us on the 50 and we'll march down the field. Full overtime period with no sudden death. It's just another quarter of 15 minutes or even 10. And the team leading when the clock expires would win. A lot of people don't like this only because for the regular season, this would just make games go on and on and on. Like, yeah, basketball does it. Yeah, baseball does it. But football allows you to end in ties. The shootout. Broadly speaking, each team gets a certain number of red zone or near red zone plays to score. This general format has been used at the high school and college levels as well as by some alternative pro leagues. The specifics can vary, including requirements to use a 2-point conversion, but in most scenarios, the sides alternate until one team has more points than the other at the end of the round. In the USFL, we'll use a best of 3 round format. Intriguing. That's an interesting approach. A lot of people are also saying eliminate overtime coin toss. Instead of having a coin toss, the home team would automatically get the first possession as part of home field advantage. The remainder of overtime would follow the current structure. Mandatory possession unless the first drive ends in a touchdown. I mean, that works too. Never was a fan letting coin toss. Give each team a chance. Yeah, everyone's kind of on board with that one, which I'm leaning towards too. This eliminate overtime coin toss makes. I get it. I just don't like it. I feel like it's too much pressure to be home field advantage. Eliminate the clock and play on. The game would continue past the expiration of regulation. The team in possession of the ball when the clock hits 0 would pick up in overtime where it left off at the end of the fourth quarter. If regulation ended with a team facing 3rd and 6 from the 45-yard line, that's where overtime would begin. There would be no clock, and first scorer wins. I don't know if I like that. I feel like there needs to be a but. I do like that you continue, but the problem I have with it is you need everyone to have a chance at that scenario. Because you could be, for example, Tom Brady, knowing this rule, march it down to the 1-yard line. Let the clock run out. Start overtime on the 1-yard line, score, it's over, according to this rule. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I agree. I mean, it kind of comes down to the one that makes the most sense is mandatory possession. Both teams get possession at least. After that, play continues until next scoring play. Whew. Let's see, Gonzaga's already up 12-8. Ooh. Excuse me. But because we're Biro Sports Talk with a plural, we talk more about other sports as well. We don't only talk about basketball and football. Rather didn't do a Google search. I'm a bit lazy. Did Indiana make it far? No, they did not. Indiana did not make it far. They are out of the tournament. I'm pretty sure they lost in the first round. Like, yeah, we'll see. NCAA tournament. They beat Charlotte. That's not right. I want men's basketball. Yeah, that's what it was. So yes, Indiana beat Wyoming in the play-in game, and then they got rocked by St. Mary's 82-53. Yes, that's what I remember. They got rocked. But as I was saying, though, switching it up because we have the World Cup coming up. Because U.S. plays Mexico tonight. But the one that I want to talk about, Italy, will miss out on the World Cup for the second successive tournament after North Macedonia scored a time stoppage winner. Talk about NASCAR. Just kidding. I'm the only racing fan. Oh, Hoffman, man, I wish I could talk more about NASCAR. Let's see. Oh, the soccer game for USA is at 10. I was trying to see what other World Cup qualifiers are tonight. Because when I think soccer, I think of the homeland of the name Biro. And right now I don't see any. For the homeland. They had an international friendly with Serbia. For those wondering, Algeria plays tomorrow. We're facing Cameroon. It's personal this time, huh? You're gonna have to explain that a little more. Yeah, Indiana is pretty much only relevant in basketball. Uh, there's even a movie called Hoosiers about Indiana high school basketball. So, but anyways, yes, the last name Biro. It is Hungarian. We faced Serbia and apparently lost. So. Which reminds me, I should probably see who's in and who's out of the World Cup. Be probably a big thing to talk about. Nope, don't need that. I'm trying to even find it. There it is, World Cup. Let's see. Are all the kind of looks like all the teams are decided looking at the spots to my right, which doesn't make any sense because USA has to win from what I understand. All right, anyways, so the last African Cup was in Cameroon, and let's just say was some pretty shady things going on. There's always pretty shady things going on if you want the honest answer. So now we have them there. We're definitely planning on taking some revenge. Algeria is not bad at basketball. Oh no, my music. Not my music. There we go. But yeah, I'll go over this World Cup later because looking at it, no, I don't like hearing my voice. Trying to look at chat, and of course it erased my music. No, it's okay. If you're wondering, that's what the earpiece was for. Listening to music while doing the show. And yes, Melissa, he's asking you. Anyways, yeah, we'll go over those later. Mostly because I don't know if everyone's qualified yet or not. What are we at? We're at the timeline, normal timeline. Oh, Algeria. I'm thinking of something else. I thought you guys were good at basketball, but I might be wrong. Yeah, I guess basketball wise, you guys aren't necessarily that good, but hey, that's okay. But we are at that 7:32 mark. I'm going to just look because I know Huffman mentioned NASCAR. And like I said, or was trying to say, I am so out of touch with NASCAR anymore. Right now, I see Bubba Wallace, though, is on the outside looking in. Chase Briscoe, William Byron, Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, who I do have heard that name before, and Austin Cindric. All have a win under their belts, and we got pole winners Kyle Larson and Austin Cindric. I probably am butchering that guy's name. I was going to say, not a lot of people that I remember still racing. But as we once again dwindle down as the time is almost up for the show, we can always talk about Eva Retro. We're always talking about them. You know, great gaming merch, great accessories. I use some of their accessories for some of my games, like the Switch, and even my older stuff. And Algeria has a hockey team. Great. That's interesting, actually. Wouldn't think they would. But you know, a lot of nations try to put their teams in as many sports as possible, try to be as successful as possible. So, not surprising. As we close out, though, have a good night, y'all. Catch you next time. Sounds great, Huffman. But definitely stay tuned this weekend. I am hoping to close out the chapter on Super Mario RPG. We do have the next game up, which would be WWE No Mercy N64 Edition. Going to be playing some of that after Super Mario RPG. And I do appreciate all of you that stopped by. Bearded, Stay Real Diaper Head Gaming, Huffman, Melissa. Appreciate it. And I will see you guys this weekend with some Super Mario RPG. Oh, you know, since I'm thinking about it and I'm here, and because, you know, we are ending anyways, we're going to hop on the computer. We're definitely going to try and raid. So who's live? Who's live? Got lots of people who's live. Alright, we'll do him. We got a name. We're going Let's double check this one more time. It's Dude. There we go. Hey, there we go. Right? Gonna be raiding. Here on Twitch, anyways. Let's see. Carry everybody over. Yeah, there we go. So those who are still sticking around, thank you. I will see you all next time.